miles on them. Ohio's weather gets a little crazy. So yesterday was just 60 and tornado it would have looked like, but now it's cold and was snowing this morning, and now it's off and on today. So that's the joys of Ohio for us. So weather's changing every day. Wait for a few more people to roll in and get this thing rolling. Sorry about all the noise with the traffic going by. It's a big state route. Alright, I'm just going to go ahead and get this thing rolling. So right here, we got an American Landmaster L4 4x4 with a soft cabin closure, plow, really nice. They're made in Indiana, about 2 hours away from us, which is great. Pretty nice to have something that's finally American made. And the plows are really cool too. Slide right in the front receiver hitch of the units, and they make their own. Real easy to put on, take on. Predator 125. Use it for kids, sometimes teens. They're pretty small, but it's a big seller of ours. Then we've got the Argo 500 over here. Very similar to Kimco's. And we put a universal plow mount and blade on that as well, which we can order here at the store. So now we're going to head inside. It's pretty cold out here. Just moved to this location a little over a year ago. We were out of an old barn for quite some time, so nice that we got a bigger location for more storage and a bigger shop to work in. We were pretty limited at the old place, so I'm on it. Here we have Amy, our secretary. She answers the phone calls and takes care of some of the sales. We got a little lobby here for people to sit around and watch TV, drink coffee, hot chocolate, water, whatever they want. Usually have mints and stuff too. And here is a little part of our showroom. We've got some KO units here. Got kids units here, Fox 70s, Predator 125s, Bull 125s. These are our 3 biggest sellers for the kids units especially. Get into the Storm 150s, Bull 150s. Don't have any assembled right now, but got some 180s. I'll scan over these customers here for a second. Got my dad, Brian. He's the owner. Hey guys. Dabble into some used stuff. We got a used KTM 125 right there. Got lower hours on it. Some big pit bike brands. We got Piranha pit bikes. This is a full-blown race pit bike right out of the box. They're nasty. Got some YCFs, which is also the same manufacturer as Piranha. So great bikes. And then they carry quite a good lineup of the KO pit bikes as well. So we got some 140 and 125 big wheels.
You're saving a ton right
90, 60, little tiny kids bikes. Got some ATVs over here, which are awesome. These are about the size of Power Wheels, and they'll do 18 miles an hour. They got 3 speeds. 6 miles an hour on the first speed, about 12 in the second, and 18 in the third speed. So nice actual shocks, disc brakes, rubber tires. They'll actually go through the yard, and you don't have to worry about the kids getting stuck in them near as often since you do the little Power Wheels. Then we have some of the same size in a 40cc 4-cycle gas engine. So we walk in here to our other bigger showroom. Got automatic lights here. So here we got some American Life street bikes. These are very, very nice bikes, very good quality. We sell quite a few of these. We try to roll some of the street stuff out. Sometimes the dirt bikes around winter time, just so we're not sitting on those as much. It's not really season to ride, but springtime, summer, we usually get a ton of them in. we usually get the American Life and KP Mini, which is like the Honda Grom. It's a clone of it. They're very, very cool, very fun to ride. And they all get great gas mileage, so it saves a ton of money. I actually rode one past summer myself, and I saved quite a bit from my pickup truck, so that was really nice. Got some more American Landmasters here. It's the L3 base model. This is just their little two-wheel drive, budget-friendly yard machine, I would call it. Got a nice poly bed, flip windshield, flip it up and down. Just to do basic stuff, pick up leaves, put mulch in your flower beds, small stuff like that. Got the L4 two-wheel drive. Same concept basically. On this one we did throw on a flip seat, which is pretty cool. So here is a steel bed and flip seat combo. So what you can do is you can actually flip the seat down and it turns into a full-size bed. It does limit you on the tilt of the bed because of the footrest for people to put their feet on. It stops into the tires, but it is still very nice to have, and it's nice that you can use it as storage as well as seats for kids, grandkids, friends, whoever wants to get on. So, and they got seat belts to keep them safe as well. Over here we got another L4 4x4, like the one we have outside. This one we haven't put on an enclosure or anything like that yet. We just kind of kept it as is. Flip windshield, top, nice winch on it, heavy duty bumper, CV guards. A lot of that is part of a package. So Landmaster actually advertises this as a four-wheel drive UTV for under $10,000, which is wonderful. They just came out with this model the past year, and when they say that, they're talking about the base model. No top, no windshield, standard bumper, kind of like this one with no winch or CV guards, and also this one has power steering, so it would not come with that with the standard package. Some people will say, well, we at least want a top, windshield, and power steering. Well, usually by the time you pay for those things, we might as well throw on this whole entire trail package, and it saves you more money in the end and you get more with it. So that is a great feature about them. And they also have other packages too, and I'll go into another one of them here in a bit. So what's nice is you can put steel beds on these machines as well. They just come with a poly one on them, most times standard. So this is the L7 American Landmaster. Once you get to the L7s, L5, L7, they're wider in the front end, but they take the same frame chassis as the L4s on up. The L3 is the only one that's different. So they offer tons of accessories that you can put on all of them. Radios, mirrors, street light, package where you get a horn, turn signals, brake lights. American Landmaster tries to keep it simple out of the factory at first, just to keep the price down and keep it easier to work on. You don't have to worry about as much of the electronics and things like that. So it makes it easier for us to work on them, and makes it cheaper for you to have them fixed if anything went wrong. You don't have a couple $1,000 touch screen or anything in there that gets wonky if you hit a bump or anything like that. So what's nice is American Landmaster has 3-year warranty on the engines. Most of these models in here have Kohlers. Some of them have Briggs or Vanguard, I should say. The L3, L4 are just single cylinders. And then once you get to the L5 and L7s, they are V-twin engines. The rest of the machine is 1 year warranty, so that's still very good. They are great machines, very, very heavy duty build. They've got ball joints about the same as a Dodge Ram 1500. And you come over here and you have the Untamed package. So Untamed package comes with this nice front rack that you can put things in. Your heavy duty bumper, winch, CV guards, power steering, a nice LED light, and a gun rack that you can take on and off very easily. These ones we did order standard with a steel bed. They do hold more weight and capacity wise. We also installed the street light horn package on this one too, as well as the single piece windshield where you can just slide it over to open it up to vent it and close it. Here we have the L7 Pro. This is by far my favorite machine from American Landmaster. It is unbelievable how big this bed is. I mean, you can get a lot of stuff in there, or some days I wish I could come take a nap in it. It's got a nice electric actuator to lift it up, because that is a big bed to lift, especially if you have a load in there. It's got the V-twin engine. You got your street light, horn package on this one as well, and these are a nice new tire this year. They're a very good on and off-road tire. They ride very smooth. So you got your power steering and all that other stuff as well as the other machines. We pretty much don't ever order them as just a base model. Most people usually want a windshield on the top at least. So move on. Got another Untamed, same thing as the other one there. So nothing really different there. And we've got another L7 that has a blade as well. As I said, the L7 is wider, so they make the wider blade for this one too, that we can cover up that track with. This is a 60-inch blade, the other one was a 50. So this one's pretty standard, just another trail package, power steering, heavy duty bumper, winch, etc. On the L7s, they do go 34 mile an hour. So anything above 24, they have to have this sort of netting or some sort of door for a safety feature. American Landmaster is not all about going real fast. If you want to go fast, you can go something like that. The Argo Magnum 500. That is a liquid cooled 500cc UTV. That'll go 45, 50 mile an hour. Someday, maybe American Landmaster will have something like that. But for now, American Landmaster is pretty much a workhorse. Is really what they are. I mean, they'll do just about anything you want them to do. This one here, we absolutely loaded to show accessories, and I love it. You got nice tires that are good as well for off-road. This would be a good golf cart type. If you want to take it to a lake, campgrounds, whatever. Got nice fancy wheels. Got the premium seats compared to the normal models. This is a 4-seater. Got your street light horn package, so you got your turn signals and stuff there as well. And also these waterproof speakers and stereo system. Got a nice silicone cover there, but that thing is even Sirius XM capable. So got the nice single piece windshield, mirrors, steel top, and your heavy duty bumper winch combo. These are great machines. Another company we handle is Hammerhead. Hammerhead is a Chinese company, but they were bought out by Polaris here a few years ago, and we were with them before that. So once Polaris bought them, that kind of helped us look very good, because over the years, we've been doing this for about 20 years now. There's always a stigma of Chinese quality machines. People say, oh, they're junk. There is some stuff out there that is, yes, but we have learned over the years, it's more about the prep than anything else. When we assemble these things, we Loctite them, we go through everything and mark it with a paint marker, make sure it's snug, and we test drive all of them to make sure they are good to go and going to be safe for the adults, kids, whoever's going to be riding them. So it's really cool when these companies get into being bought by the name brands or even sold in the name brand stores. KO is a huge one. They're our biggest seller for the kids units especially. They actually work with Honda. They're in the name brand stores now. We were with them before that. We got grandfathered in, so that was great that we were able to do that, and we sell a lot of them. So being in those name brand stores, they're not going to be any piece of junk. They're great machines. They have 6-month warranty on most of them, and we also offer extended warranties if you wanted them. We sell more Fox 70 and Predator and Bull 125s than anything, but we sell quite a few of all of this stuff. They're great quality machines, and we've filtered over the years what's good and bad. So. Argo is a huge name. You might know them for their amphibious lineup. They usually have a 6x6, 8x8, see, sometimes even tracks on them. Amphibious vehicles that can go wherever you want them to go. A lot of people use them for hunting and stuff like that. But recently, a few years ago, they got into ATVs and UTVs, and they're great quality machines. They are very similar to Kimco units. Kimco's a huge brand. They were founded by Honda in the 60s, and they mainly known for their scooters, but they make very, very good quality products. So it's nice that you can look at them and be like, wow, it's very similar. Makes us feel good on what we sell and the quality of it. We got 500 here, 700. This is the more fancy model. Comes with the fancy wheels. Comes with the winch and all that other stuff. We also put the universal plow and plow mounter on it. Argo does offer their own. However, unfortunately, they're on back order like a lot of stuff these days, where it's hard to get since COVID started a few years ago. So, still waiting. They do make very nice plows, but just been waiting on mounts. So, had to find something. If it snows in Ohio, we sell these four-wheelers. People want plows, so it's nice that we have vendors that can offer this kind of stuff. We can get them for your machines as well, whether it's Polaris, Can-Am, you name it. Name brands of all sorts. Parts for dirt bikes, ATVs, racing parts, racing gear, everything. So, got this huge two-seater Argo 570. This thing is a mammoth. I love it. And then again, got that 500, like I said. I briefly went over it just because I was comparing it to the Landmaster, but truthfully, it's not fair to compare it. It's apple and orange. If you want to work, go with the Landmaster. If you want to play and do a little bit of work, something like this is more for that style. So come over here, check out some of the accessories and things that we offer. Got tons of catalogs from Western Powersports, Parts Unlimited. This is a really nice racing helmet. It's a $500 helmet. Got to make sure you protect the heads of the guys that are out there racing. Don't need to get that fancy at all. If you guys are just buying the little KOs or anything like that, we do have cheaper ones, but in my opinion, there is no better than the Fly Racing Formula helmets when you're racing. Got some assortments of goggles, winches, little electric heaters for Landmasters. We've got one in that one outside with the cab on it. Got some hats, sticker kits, handlebars. Kind of got a little mess here, but carburetors. Then we also carry nice gas cans, good chain lubes, batteries, battery tenders. Got some nice grips for a great price. Can't beat $10 grips. And then the protective wear, gloves, boots. This is a boot rack that you can put boots on and wash. That's pretty nice. I use them myself. Knee pads, elbow pads. If we don't have it, we can usually order it. So you can call us, shoot us a message on Facebook, email, whatever you want to do. Keep a chair here for people to try boots on. A few more things over here. Nice youth set of gear. And then we have a decent little lineup of our cheaper helmets. They're not cheap at all. They're still great helmets, good name brand helmets. We make sure we have all DOT approved. You want to see a helmet on all the kids, especially. But youth sizes usually range about $90. Adult sizes about $100. Unfortunately, they went up quite a bit a few years ago once COVID started. Otherwise, we actually used to include them in a package with the machines, but can't quite do that anymore. They're too hard to get, and they've gotten too expensive. But got nice chest guards as well. I swear by them. I've worn them since I was a kid. I was crazy and flipped my four-wheelers all the time. If I didn't have those, who knows what would have happened to me. Probably tons of broken ribs. But we've literally driven over these with a truck, hit them with sledgehammers. Best money you can spend on any sort of protective wear other than a helmet, if you ask me. That's cheap insurance instead of going to the hospital. Usually you knock the wind out of yourself, and that's usually the worst that happens. But got air filters for dirt bikes. Got service kits for the Landmasters that have the Briggs and Kohler engines. Spark plugs, air filter cleaners, oils, cleaners, all kinds of stuff. Ratchet straps, nice tie downs, tubes. We can order tires of many different brands: Dunlop, Bridgestone, Pirelli, you name it. If we don't have it, we can find something like it. Got really nice ramps. Those always come in handy. We have this exact set that we use to load customers up. We've used for years and years and years. Got nice canopies. Some other helmets here. More assortment of goggles. We can get fancier ones too. Again, we really don't keep too much of the racing stuff in stock, here and there, but our biggest seller is the KO Kids ATVs. So most people aren't going to want to spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars on fancy gear just for them to go ride around the yard. But we do have nice jerseys and stuff here that we also sell to people at our local dirt bike tracks and stuff. But a lot of times if they want something else, they usually just order it. Got some clothing, some YCF merchandise, KO, some nice Piranha shirts. They got a cool logo. I've always liked it. For hoodies, you name it. Ton of different glove assortments here on the closeout rack. We pretty much went crazy buying a ton of gloves, and if the size isn't on here, unfortunately you're out of luck, but there's a ton of different assortments there. We'll head into the back shop now. Again, we do have the other sizes of gloves. You just unfortunately have to pay a few bucks more than the ones on the closeout rack. So, and here's our shop where we work on stuff. Got my brother here. He's getting ready to test some units that were built. And Travis is working in the back there on a Piranha, getting ready to finish building that. This is where all the magic happens, where we build our units. Up top, they actually have a bunch of storage of units. We also still store some units at our old store. Got some parts racks over here. Our parts aren't quite the most organized yet, just because we're still bringing a lot of stuff from the old store. We have so many parts. We try to wait till the inventory goes down a little bit, bring more over. Once everything gets down to a smaller amount, we're gonna have to figure out the easier way to get all that stuff stored, because there's many brands that we carry, that we used to carry. People are calling all the time. We carry a lot of universal stuff with Chinese ATVs. So making sure we have parts is very, very important. Come back up here and I will go through a little more of the KO stuff. I kind of skipped over it just because the customers are in there, but we'll try to do that here briefly. So again, what's really nice about these KO machines is they are being sold in name brand stores. They've got great reviews all over, and Amy, TV off, please. Thank you. Sorry about that. Great reviews. They've been in Dirt Wheels magazine, which is huge. They have 6-month warranties. We really don't see too many issues with them. If anything, it's usually carburetors. That is usually on all units. I don't care on the brand. I have some name brands myself because I race, and there's usually stuff that I still have to do to them all the time. So, truthfully, everything that works mechanically and at the motor, you gotta work on it, service it. That's part of it, but again, like I said, the big thing is on the Chinese stuff, you just gotta look things over. And even with these guys, we still check everything over. And it's a lot of item. And when they come back for services, K requires them to come back after 10 hours for a service. So whenever they come back, I'll go back through it, or if I'm not the one doing the service, whoever else will. They'll change the oil, adjust valves, chain, just go through everything. So we always take our time. We don't just change oil and push the thing out of here. And when they're built, we don't just throw the tires on and throw them in the lineup. That's not what we're about. We like to make sure that they're 100% good to go. Nobody's going to have issues, and everybody's going to be safe. So that is pretty much it here. And we want to do a huge shout out to Evan at Motorcycle Powersports News and Motorcycle Powersports News as a company whole for letting us do this. This is a great opportunity, and we're very thankful to be able to do that, and also have the destination dealership article. So check us out on Facebook, Wise Choice Powersports, Instagram, and if you have any questions, call, and we'll pretty much hook you up. Thanks, guys.
Now we'll start off with the 17